My wife packed for a girls' trip, but the final suitcase I gave her changed everything. My wife smiled as she zipped up her suitcase for what she called a girls' trip. She hummed softly, excited, almost glowing. Watching her, no one would have guessed she had spent the last 6 months lying to me. Just before she walked out the door, I rolled one final suitcase toward her. I almost forgot, I said calmly. Take this one too. She grabbed the handle, but her smile faded instantly. Why is it so heavy? She asked, forcing a laugh. It contains everything you'll need, I replied, keeping my expression unreadable. For a brief second, panic flashed across her face. Then she recovered, kissed my cheek, and left without another question. As her car disappeared down the street, I whispered, Now it begins. Amanda and I had been married for 8 years. We weren't perfect, but I believed we were honest with each other. That belief died the night her phone lit up while she was asleep beside me. I can't wait to see you tomorrow. I miss you already. Ryan? She had never mentioned a Ryan. I didn't confront her. Instead, I watched. Over the next several weeks, I quietly gathered the truth. Hotel receipts hidden in email folders. Restaurant reservations she claimed were business dinners. Credit card charges from another city during weekends she supposedly spent with friends. Every piece fit together like a puzzle I never wanted to solve. Then came the announcement. My girlfriends are planning a weekend getaway, she said over breakfast. Just us girls. I smiled. You deserve the break. She had no idea I already knew exactly where she was going. The heavy suitcase she struggled to carry wasn't filled with clothes. Inside were neatly organized folders containing printed text messages, hotel receipts, photographs, copies of bank statements, and a handwritten letter addressed to the man she planned to meet. While she drove toward her destination, I drove somewhere else. Ryan's wife answered the door. She looked confused until I quietly placed the suitcase beside her feet. I believe your husband is expecting my wife this afternoon, I said. Everything you need to understand is inside. She stared at me before slowly opening the case. The color drained from her face as she flipped through page after page of undeniable proof. She looked up with tears in her eyes. How long? Long enough, I answered softly. Without another word, I walked away. That evening, Amanda called me over 30 times. I never answered. Then came the messages. Please explain. It's not what you think. Where are you? Finally, one text appeared that told me everything. How did Ryan's wife find out? Not, I'm sorry. Not, can we talk? Only concern that her secret had collapsed. When she returned home the next morning, the locks had already been changed. On the front porch sat the same heavy suitcase. Only now, every folder had been replaced by divorce papers. A small note rested on top. You said this trip would change your life. You were right. Weeks later, the divorce was finalized. Ryan's marriage ended as well. Their carefully built lies crumbled under the weight of the truth they had worked so hard to hide. People often ask whether revenge brought me peace. It didn't. The suitcase never carried revenge. It carried reality. And sometimes the heaviest thing a person can lift is the truth they spent years trying to escape.